Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope. I got another video for you, right? It's been about 2 weeks since I went live. I still need to do like my little part 2. I still got my letters right here. Don't worry about it. They coming. If you ain't tuned into the part 1 of my jail prison letters, you know, my little simp days from the cage, right? You should tune into it because I'm going to be dropping the part 2 because I got about like 8 letters to read. So anyway, but today's video is not about that, right? But make sure if you rocking with my channel and you like the content, make sure you subscribe, you like the video, you share it, man. It don't hurt to share, right? That's digital currency. I also got a link on the bottom for my book, Who Profits When Black Men Gangbang. There's also a link to a documentary that I'm in. We Came to Heal. I forgot the name for a second. But in this video, I'm gonna be talking about some dating tips when you on them dating sites, right? Now, you know, I'll be on the dating apps, conducting research. You know, I'm a researcher, so I like to research. I like to conduct my own little surveys. You know, I like to gather information. You know, and I like to come up with like my own hypothesis or my thesis about certain things, right? My predictions. You know, I like to do those things. Those things are fun for me. But anyway, I encounter a few things, right? A few sayings that when you see them in certain girls' bios or certain women bios, yeah, they just kind of like, they speak to certain things, right? When you see them. So I'm going to be sharing some of those things with you guys today, right? So bear with me. I know a lot of people got a short attention span, but bear with me. So these are not in no particular order. And I might also be missing some. So make sure as you tune in the comment section, put some of the things that you have encountered. I know a lot of people be on the dating apps nowadays. They're rarely, you know, there's studies that say people are rarely meeting people in person. They're sitting at home behind the screen or at work, wherever they're at, right? And they're on their phone. People be going on dates or going to lounges or bars, and they be on their phone, right? So it's like the phones is taking over. A lot of people are not really meeting people in person. A lot of people are even afraid to approach people in person. So yeah, so this is kind of like something that a lot of people is engaging in. So I'm gonna get into it, right? The first one, like I said, it's no particular order. The first one is when you see that her page says "I am blunt." You see this in a lot of our women's bios, right? You see "I am blunt." Blunt is they try to use like blunt is I'm just straightforward, I'm just real, I'm just straight to the point, cut to the chase, I don't play no games. But in reality, what I've noticed, and this is just me, what I've noticed is that I am blunt is a disguise for I am disrespectful, right? A lot of times they ain't gonna really tell you that, right? Who gonna come out the way and say? Some people do come out the woodwork and say, look, I'm disrespectful, I'll let you know what it, you know. But a lot of times what I notice is when I see that in somebody's profile, or if I have engaged with somebody, that profile says I am blunt, like they usually, that's usually AKA for I will disrespect you, I will violate you, I will embarrass you, I would do whatever, anywhere, say whatever I gotta say, however I want to say it, and it's like you don't want to deal with those type of people. I'm telling you right now, save yourself the headache. Again, the word blunt means certain things, but I'm telling you how it's being used and how I seen it. All right, again, other people's experience is different, but this is just how I seen it. When I see I'm blunt, I already be like, okay, I'm already got my eyebrows up, right? The next one is number 2. I am faster on IG. Can't tell you how many times I've seen this one. So a lot of times what I notice with this one is when they usually put on their bio, I am faster on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. A lot of times, some of these chicks are going on these dating apps just to funnel followers to their Instagram. Like, you know, a lot of these chicks, they get their head big from having way more followers than people are there following. So sometimes you might go on a girl page and she has 10,000 followers, right? But she's only following like 100 people, right? They get their head big. It's like fake celebrity status. It's like fake importance, right? But it's really not. But that's just the life that we're living in. So yeah, so sometimes what happens is you see these girls post like their IG and say, "Follow me on IG, go on my DMs. I'll respond quicker there." But in reality, is no, they just trying to get you to go over there so you can become one of their followers, right? That's another thing. When I'm on Instagram, I rarely follow women or people in general, not just women, right? I don't follow people who got like mad followers and barely follow people unless they're following me back, right? Because a lot of times those people, like, they follow to unfollow, or they just don't, they just want the followers, right? Like, they're not following you. So I don't follow nobody who doesn't follow me back unless you are like a business page, unless you are like some type of motivational person and you create that type of content. But other than that, like, I'm not following no regular person and you're not following, like, who you think you is? So that's just one of the things that a lot of these chicks be doing. They will tell you to go on the IG. You go on the IG and they're not really engaging, right? They're probably not even gonna follow you back, right? Most likely. Another one is come correct or don't come at all. If I had a nickel for every time I heard this one, come correct or don't come at all, right? Like, it's like, it just speaks to like you just been through the ringer. Anytime, and there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want and how you want to be treated, but a lot of times when you lead with like come correct or don't come at all, or when you lead with other things, which I'm gonna get into, princess treatment only. When you start off with this sense of like, it just sounds like you've been through the ringer, like you've been through a lot of situations. It's like almost like you're leading with your trauma, right? She's leading with a lot of her negative experiences. It's almost like you come into a new situation leading in the forefront with your negative shit, right? Come correct or don't come at all. Like, it's like, relax. Like, we all have had negative experiences, right? We all have had situations that wasn't pleasing to us, that we didn't like, right? But again, you should not lead with that, right? Like, you should not meet somebody on the first date and be like, yeah, my baby father used to do, like, it sounds crazy. Or man, you should not be coming to the initial stages of anything, and when you see certain things, excuse me, the first thing you're talking about is my baby mama used, like, just chill. So when I see come correct and don't come at all, it just let me know, like, yeah, you're kind of like leading with that, because you don't need to tell somebody come correct, right? All you gotta do is watch what they do. It's no need to do that. All you gotta do is get to know somebody, watch what they do, and see what it is. The next one is add my snap. Add my snap. This is another one. So apparently on Snapchat, like, girls been selling coochie on Snapchat. I know some of y'all probably seen that. Some of y'all probably not on Snapchat. But I'm still on Snapchat. I go on Snapchat every once in a while. Sometimes I even forget I have it. Right? So apparently there's been a lot of people adding me, like, just selling coochie on Snap, right? Excuse me. And then, so they be like, add my Snap. When I see that on the dating site, I already know, oh, she selling coochie. She definitely selling coochie. I already know. I already know the vibes. Like, because a lot of people don't really, the people that still kind of use Snap, I mean, there's some people who still use it, but a lot of people is on there selling coochie. And apparently you could post all type of crazy shit on Snap and they don't really take it down or whatever, right? So when you see that, yeah, it's most likely that's probably what they're doing. Another one, like I was talking about, princess treatment only. A lot of these chicks didn't even have no dads. Like, you didn't even have a king in your life. And this is not their fault, okay, brothers. I'm just trying to, give y'all some tips, brothers. This is not to blame the victim, right? A lot of these chicks, they have no kings in their life. So you don't even know what princess treatment is really like. You get what I'm saying? So, but then they come, right? And a lot of them, listen, a lot of these chicks that be coming with the princess treatment, they've been treated like garbage, right? They've been in the staircases. You know what I'm talking about. They've been violated, like, not violated in a way like rape, but they've been like played with. They've been sold the dream, the sweet nothings. They've been through all of that, right? And then they get to a place where it's like, I'm just gonna start demanding princess treatment. Right? And again, like I said, it's nothing wrong for that woman, but brothers, a lot of the times, this was charity, and now it's like, you don't go from charity to becoming you get what I'm saying, up there in the hierarchy, right? Like, it just doesn't work like that. So when I see that, it's like, yeah, you're really not a princess, but you're demanding princess treatment, and you probably don't even have princess behavior, and you probably never even had a king in your life, to show you how to be a princess, right? And if you didn't have a king in your life, you know, a lot of times your mama probably wasn't even the queen, right? So you get what I'm saying. When I see that, I just be like, next, because I already know, like, that's not really you. Because a woman who is a princess, a woman who knows better, a woman who has had her king in her life, she's not gonna put that in her bio. She just not. So when I see that, it's like you're clearly communicating which was really not a reflection of what's inside of you. Because if it's inside of you, you don't really need to speak that. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be seen. It's gonna be shown. The next thing is they be like not looking for hookups. This is a main one too. Not looking for hookups. What this translate? What I usually notice with this, it's like they say they're not looking for hookups, but it's usually because again they've been through the ringer. Like they've been meeting people on this app and they just been getting nasty, having situationships, and you get what I'm saying? They probably got to a point where it's like, damn, maybe if I put I'm not looking for hookups, the guys that just want to hook up are gonna stop hitting me up. But the reality is that they still doing hookups. But they're really not just looking for hookups. But it's almost like they can't help themselves, right? So they put that on their profile to not get into hookups, right? Because they don't want those guys that are just looking for hookups to reach out to them. But what happens is those guys reach out anyway, and they end up falling through the same thing, the sweet nothings, and getting bamboozled and played, and they still hook up because deep down inside they want to hook up. I mean, they're also looking for love, but it's almost like they can't help not hooking up. You get what I'm saying? So they put it on their pages so it could kind of like help them out. But when I see not looking for hookups, it's like, yeah, you probably been there a few times. Maybe you changing your life, or maybe you're still struggling, so you put this on your page. And the last thing is don't waste my time. And of course, there's a whole bunch of other ones. Don't waste my time usually comes from older women in their 30s, right? The funny thing is, it's just something about when I hear don't waste my time that just make me want to waste it. I know, that's my toxic trait. I know, I'm sorry. I'm human. It's just something about when I hear don't waste my time that just make me want to waste it. You know why? Because I feel like at some point in time when you was younger, and this is just me and my feeling, right? And me and my thoughts. I feel like at some point in time when you was younger, you probably was wasting other people's time. I feel like at some point in time you probably was wasting other people's time. So now you're older. You're in your mid-30s, late 30s. Some of these chicks be 40. And you want to speed date. You want to tell somebody don't waste nobody's time. That's not right. Let's communicate. Let's do this. X, Y, Z. You want to be so about commitment, communication, and responsible about time. When you probably spend, come on, we know plenty of 20-year-olds in their 20s. They didn't want to commit. They want to play games. I don't want to serious. I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Hot girl summer. City girl like, ah, woo! You know what I'm saying? You wanted, that was your prime. That was your prime, and you was wasting people's time. So I feel like that gladiator, that ambassador, you know what I'm saying? This is for the brothers who time you wasted. This is for the brothers who time you wasted. And then it made me want to waste yours. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's just a little toxicity in me. It just made me want to waste your time. Because I'm pretty sure you wasted a lot of brothers' time. You know what I'm saying? When you was, you know, doing your thing. And then they be putting things like time is of the essence. Yeah, because your biological clock is ticking. And a lot of this stuff, y'all heard in the other videos. But the point is, don't get caught up with these sisters trying to speed date and force you into a relationship. Like, because a lot of them squander their own time. And now they want you to be mindful of their time and their biological clock and speed into a situation. They want to start a relationship this week. They want to get married by next week. They want to have the honeymoon by the next week. And then they want to have children by, like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You messed up. You get what I'm saying? You messed up. And now you're in a situation where, yeah. Now you're in a situation where you got to hold down. The things of the past are coming to bite you in the ass. But yeah, that's about it in the video. Let me know what other things I missed. If you like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comment section some of the ones that y'all done heard, and how they translate to y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.